Today, I'm going to teach you how to make scrambled eggs. People talk about a lot of different methods of cooking scrambled eggs. Some people think you want a pan, high heat, scrambled beforehand, mixed in, chunky, ribbony. Some people want them very soft. Some people talk about Gordon Ramsay method. I think you just basically need to cook them very soft, very gently, stirring them constantly and just being careful on how much heat you're putting into the pan. So let's make some scrambled eggs, okay? I'm gonna use a pot, okay? I'm not gonna scramble the eggs before. I'm gonna scramble them in the pot. Melt some butter into the pot. Just control the temperature, cook them nice and gently, and then I'm gonna season them with salt, and that's it, okay? You just wanna be careful with heat. That's the biggest thing you're thinking of. Cooking eggs is actually quite difficult. Cooking eggs is one of the most technical things that you can do. So let me show you how I like to think about scrambled eggs, okay? So I'm gonna start with a couple nubs of butter in the pan. Crack your egg. One. That too. Butter is just about melted. Okay, I'm gonna go eggs in. 3 eggs. Break them up. You don't want too much heat to come into the egg right away because you're gonna make it ribbony. You want it to be really smooth. You want it to be those protein strands of egg not too clumpy and rubbery, basically. They overcook where eggs, it becomes rubbery. So that's what you're trying not to do. Just trying to give really gentle heat in the pan. So you put some heat into the pan, stir it, right? Take it off and mix it in. You want to use a wooden spoon, okay? Don't use a whisk. What happens when you whisk eggs like this, when you're trying to cook them really gently, it kind of like separates and they become watery. Heat hits the bottom of the pan and starts coming up into the egg. And as the heat starts to get too high, you just pull it off. You look at it and you can feel the heat coming in. All right, now we're almost there. They're looking really nice. Now what I like to do is, at the point where they're pretty much where you want them, and you don't want any more heat in the egg, take another knob of butter and drop it in at the end. It'll cool them down. It'll stop it from cooking. And it'll just sort of mount into the eggs. And it'll make them very creamy and soft. Now is when you put salt. Right at the end. You get your bowl. Little pepper. There you have a perfect scrambled eggs. When you put that butter in right at the end and you mix it in, being careful with the heat, you really make them fluffy and creamy and rich and full scrambled eggs. Pretty fucking good.